moments, then say something. Chopper come out of the box like a motherfucking ray gun. Think you a beast, but you ain't one. You are not on the same page as a kid, you just page one. They had no luck, I had to make some. When I get rich, cop a Tesla on day one. What color Tesla I want? The red one. What kind of red he want? The Shanks one. My niggas know I got drive, gripping that wheel. I swear niggas got callous. My team ain't losing, don't know why you challenging. Chopper go like it's Valorant.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, we are back for some more Hunter x Hunter. Last time we watched episodes 140 to 143, and today we will be catching up with this series. I don't want to say completed because it is on hiatus, but we'll be catching up with episodes 144 to 148, officially putting this series on pause for the channel until, hopefully, praying the series comes back with a vengeance. But we'll be catching up, ending this video with episode 148. Now, in the last video, we went ahead and got some things done. This whole entire getting Aluka to Gon mission is turning into an arc on its own, but we went ahead and saw the return of our boy Leorio coming back to say, well, rather to give his support to Gon while he's going through this immensely painful process of trying to recover from his we'll say his little debacle back there, his huge expensive aura. With Leorio coming back, it seems like Kurapika's doing something somewhere in a suit, looking good, but I gotta say he doesn't seem all too happy right now. I don't know what's going through his head and what he's planning to do or what he is doing right now. What group is he part of? Is he alone? What's going on? But wouldn't answer Leorio's calls, so there's definitely something preoccupying him currently, because almost everybody else Gon is really known or cared about has come to visit him while he's going through this. Leorio pulling up to the Zodiacs and the Hunters voting process currently to choose the next chairman, decides to pull up and ask Ging a question as to why he hasn't gone to visit his son. Ging giving a fairly cocky answer, but I mean, I guess it makes sense in a certain way. Gon and Ging have a very specific relationship, if there's any relationship at all. But I think there's a mutual understanding between them of this sort of respect. I guess Ging understands the journey that Gon put himself through, becoming a hunter and going out to find him. So I would assume if Ging didn't respect Gon's whole, purpose for becoming a hunter and finding his father, then he would have gone to visit him. But in doing so, he probably would have disrespected Gon even more. And he's not even conscious to know that his father would visit him. There's a whole lot going on there. But Leorio, of course, he does what any surface level, I guess, action anybody will want to take against Ging without really thinking about the purpose as to why he doesn't want to see his son. But I have to admit, at first when he's saying all that shit, I don't want to punch him too. So Leorio letting loose a very special Nen ability, was able to teleport his fist and punch Ging straight in the chin. He didn't do anything about it, he let it happen. Everyone cheering, so I'm not entirely sure what the public perception of Ging is. But basically that whole debacle allowed for this whole chairman voting thing to go viral and shot Leorio up into the top 8, top 16, or it was top. He was in the top 8. He was top 3 basically in the voting percentile for chairman. But still, of course, Pariston is taking the bulk of the votes here, so it's going to be a little tough to try to get him out of that first place spot. I don't even know if they'll be able to. But in other news, I guess, what's his name? Goto and Sabune and Canary and Sabune's granddaughter have been trying to stop Hisoka and Lumi from chasing Killua and Aluka. I think that's all the names, right? That's everyone that's doing this whole getting Aluka to Gon thing. Long story short, Lumi lets them pass and they're going, but a lot happens in between that. Of course, rest in peace to my boy Goto, holding off Hisoka for as long as he possibly could. Now his death doesn't feel as earned or in any way respected, because Illumi just decided to let Killua pass at the end of all this, so he really didn't need to die. But I don't know. That was an insane fight to say the least. And I guess, you know what, if two hunters come across each other and one of them is gonna die, that's just how it has to go. But yeah, rest in peace, Goto. Died in the worst way possible, getting his neck or throat slit with the cards by Hisoka. It was just so disrespectful. But with Goto down, Killua and Aluka continue to run off, trying to trick Illumi and his Needlemen puppets by using multiple, or rather, they used multiple airships to escape. And then Illumi used a whole bunch of Needlemen puppets in order to chase them, narrowing it down to two of them, and then finally being able to corner Killua as soon as he got off of the airship. Of course, the Seiren group or Killua snitched on Illumi to Morel, and Morel and the Seiren group decided to send out a whole bunch of hunters in order to stop Hisoka and Illumi, but we know how that's going to end up, of course. That's not going to do anything, those two. Killua being cornered by Illumi, and Sabune and her granddaughter came through to help. Killua finally revealing yet another little rule that he has, or that he knows about Aluka, that he doesn't want to actually explain, but he did say that he's the only one capable of making multiple wishes. As we know, he did make a wish before to allow Luca, or to make it so that Luca would kill their mother if they didn't let them off of the property, and if they did, to give him a kiss on the cheek. And right after making that wish, he was able to make another wish. And we know that no one is allowed to make two wishes with Aluka, but Killua is able to make two wishes with her. So I'm not entirely sure how that works. I do have a few theories about that. I'll mention those. But he told Aluka to heal his Subune's hand because she kept ripping off her nails to give to Aluka. And Killua mentions another clause in which that if Aluka is asked to heal or fix something, then the preceding requests that she makes aren't as gruesome or horrible as usually if someone makes a very greedy or selfish wish, then she's going to ask for very gruesome things in return, like a spine or a brain, for example, or she'll ask you to die. So it's like, that's just how it works. But when she asks you, or when you ask her to fix someone, then it's very simple requests, like a pat on the head or a hug or something like that. So I'm assuming that the two, or the multiple wish rule, might be that like you can't make another wish if it's selfish or something. I don't know. Like maybe after you give a wish that's in your own self-interest, you have to make a wish that is helping somebody else or fixing something or healing something so that you can make another wish. And every time someone's tried to make multiple wishes, it's been two greedy wishes, so it didn't work. But yeah, at the end there, he said something that hit very, it was very deep. He said he's basically saying it's not Aluka that's at fault here, but other people, other people making these greedy wishes are really to blame. And it's not really Aluka's fault at the end of the day. But, Illumi's saying that unless you take away this ability of hers, or unless you fully explain it to her, she's never fully going to be free. So Hisoka planning to kill them all, decided not to after seeing that, and instead went for the head of the Seiren group and killed him instead while Morel was yelling at this dude on the phone. And I think that's where we left off on episode 143. So let's get into this episode here without further ado. If you guys would like to watch full reaction, links are always in the description. It takes you over to my website. If you guys would like early reactions, actually there aren't going to be any more early reactions for this, but early reactions for other shows, of course. Patreon is going to be down in the description below. But without any further ado, let us get into episode 144. Everything recording properly? So I check that after I done this whole entire recap. All right, we're good. I mean, is it clear that Pariston is going to win? You can't do anything to switch it up. Approval and coalition. I wouldn't mind if she became the chairman. Or chairwoman, I guess. Oh man, you're too predictable. Stop following the rules. Stop following the rules. Is Cheeto's voice actress the same as Chopper's from One Piece? Not looking at her face, she sounded a little bit like Chopper when she spoke. I just can't hear I can't not hear Chopper anymore. Especially when she's yelling. I think this was something I forgot to mention. They're saying all the zodiacs and their specialties. But it was interesting to see that, or get a reminder that not all hunters are really combat inclined. Like they should be to a bare minimum, but a lot of them have like, different things like, the rare animal hunters and cooking hunters and all that. That's pretty cool. All right, these are the top 4. Oh, this rat. Damn Pariston rat. What the fuck? He doesn't speak? So they said we're finishing all this shit up right now. I'm tired of this. Oh, they built him like a whole thing. I thought it was just gonna be a tent, bro. They really have like a whole unit. Alright, all the homies are out here. Palm, Calgo, Millerone, Hanzo, Biscuit. What's poppin', y'all? I hope nothing goes wrong here, bro. I hope nothing goes wrong. God, everything is bloody. I wonder if whatever Gon did was so extreme that even Aluka's wish won't help him. Imagine that. Like his soul is literally just stuck in hell. Like, Huh? Huh? Leorio. All right, Leorio, what's your speech? If Leorio becomes chairman, that's going to be the funniest shit ever. Okay, I get you're trying to be unpredictable, but you better have a plan. You might just not speak. What the fuck? What are you doing, bro? All right, what's on your mind, bro? The fuck is that? What? Like it belongs to me? Okay, bro. What kind of short-sighted ass goal is that? Leorio is not going to be the chairman, bro. I refuse to believe that. Oh, no way. Imagine that. Leorio becomes chairman of the Hunter Association. Clap it up. Clap it up for my boy. Clap it up for my boy. Hell yeah. Do, 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 do. The 8th vote, bro. The 8th vote. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, look at that. Kurapika's in a suit in the ending as well. Everyone's in a suit. Okay, everyone looking fly. Everyone looking fly. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know if something's going to go wrong here, but I'm scared. I'm scared for how this is going to turn out, man. This is too much of this. This is too much. Please let this turn out okay. Leorio had a good speech. I will give that to him. Leorio had a good speech. He's, sort of like the odd one out. You know what I mean? He's the oddball. He's the wild card. Nobody knows what he's going to say or do, so you kind of have to play around that. Can't really expect him to do anything, but if push comes to shove, he might be the one that has to take the chairman's seat. Now, clearly, their main goal is to make it so that Pariston doesn't win. So that does not mean that Leorio has to become chairman. It could either be Cheadle or Mizaistom. But Pariston just doesn't have to become chairman. Now, they said here finally what I was kind of suspecting about this guy just by the way he acts, is that there's definitely something insidious about him. Just the way he acts and the way he does everything, the way he plays these games, he definitely has something about him. And he was definitely lying. He has some combat ability. If it's not combat, then he has some type of weird tricks up his sleeve. He has to, right? If he's up here on whatever criminal ladder he's on, he has to have some type of assurances that he won't get killed. Send Hisoka after this guy, please. Give Hisoka a reason to kill this dude. Oh man, I do not like him whatsoever. Let's get into the next episode here of this video, episode 145. Let's go. Okay, episode 145. Buddy, well, I mean, it'd be good if you got some suggestions, just in case Aluka's abilities don't work out. Defeat and reunion. What does that mean? Leorio wins. Leorio. Who is it? Who is it? 95.4 puts Leorio in first place. 44.4%. Top 2. Oh shit. Leorio in first. Are they serious, bro? Leorio versus Pariston. What a wild group up that is. Subone. She awake? Oh lordy. Oh lordy. Please call him brother and not Killua. Okay, brother. It's Aluka. Of course, that's where your mind goes now. Alright, Subune's eyes still are in the eyeglass. How'd they fit his big ass hair into that bandage? Oh, she needs to touch his hand. God. Damn near decrepit, bro. Jesus. What did you do to yourself, boy? Let's see. This is going to be a crazy heal. She's going to have to sleep for a week. Month, maybe. Oh my God. That's what I said, bro. It's going to be something fierce to be able to heal this out of Gon. This is breaking all possible limits of this Nen that they know about. The covenant that he placed on himself must have been unreal. Gon placed all of this on himself for Kite, bro. Jesus. Even they're shocked, bro. Even they're shocked watching through it, bro. What kind of bullshit is going on over there? Can y'all feel that? Yeah, they could feel it. Yeah, all the hunters in there like, bro, what? Yeah, what about you, Pariston? What are you thinking? What about you? What are you thinking about this? What do you think is going on? As a matter of fact, Luca gonna have to sleep for a month. Look at him. What are you doing now? This fucking evil villain laugh, bro. I don't trust Illumi. Sheesh. I hope Illumi never gets control of Aluka. There might be an arc where Killua has to kill Illumi, bro. Oh God. Here we go. He's about to expose him. He's gonna expose him. He's gonna keep trying. I think he was hoping for Gon to walk through the door. Bitch. You're such a pussy. You're such a puss. So only his vote is counting. If Leorio does manage to win, I wonder who he would make vice chairman. Would he still be vice chairman, actually? Oh no, is it gone? Oh shit, there it is. This is what Paris didn't want. He wanted to just hold back. That was his real intention, bro. He wanted to bide his time until the news that Gon is saved is... Wow. There's Morel ruining it for all of them. Paris is about to win, become chairman. No, Leorio literally has nothing. He doesn't care about this anymore. And Gon's about to walk in too. Look at my boy, he's back. Oh, wow, Gon's dad is in there too. I wonder how this is gonna go. Look at you. All happy and healthy. All happy and healthy. There it is. Young Gon. Fighter of Chimera Ants. Destroyer of Pateau. I'm better just say, hi, Leorio. Long time no see. He just dove right in, bro. You just healed. That man crying like a water fountain, bro. Gon is like, who's that guy and why do I want to punch him? He loves playing this game. He doesn't care about winning or losing. I trust Ging as an enemy. Should I not trust the people my enemy trusts? Or rather, should I not trust the people my enemy trusts to do what they do? Oh shit, he sees his pops. And they're pointing at him too. Oh shit, is this how you really want to find him, bro? Is this it? Look at his dad. Yeah, what are you gonna do now? Oh no, why y'all gotta end the episode here? I want to see this. Oh no. I can't really predict how Gon is gonna act. Because I could see it going two ways. Either he approaches him or he just walks away saying this isn't the right time. This isn't the way to do it. I can see both ways happening. Huh. Interesting. Because he didn't want to visit him in the first place. But now that Gon is healed and Gon approached him, and there's really nowhere else to go. Gon is standing in front of the entrance and exit. So, as you jump out a damn ceiling, I don't know where you're going to go here, bro. You're probably going to have to confront your son here. And I would love to that as an awkward confrontation. That's for sure. Pariston pulling the light moves, the light Yagami out here. These pro gamer moves. He really just wasted time asking these pointless ass questions, bro. Man, oh man. Yeah, as everyone noticed that huge like outpouring of energy, and we're like, oh, okay, so it's good. That's probably healing going, because that has been the craziest thing that's been happening thus far. Yeah, something tells me Illumi is going to become a far greater threat than he currently is. There's going to be something about him wanting to get Iluka and Killua protecting Iluka, so that might be an arc on its own. Killua trying to defend Iluka and having to come across either saving Iluka or killing Illumi. Family's forbidden. However, they do not consider Iluka family. But he does. He considers them all family. So how are you going to prevent this? I have no clue. This was a good episode. I like this. We got a lot done. Gon is healed. Pariston might be winning. Very touching reunion between Leorio and Gon. This is sort of, a heartfelt, heartfelt relief that Gon is healed, on top of a reunion, because they haven't seen each other for a while since before Great Island. So, yeah, I could feel that. I could feel that for sure. Plus, he already he put his feelings, or he put his heart on his sleeve. He was like, I was doing all this bullshit while Gon was out here risking his life for the world. I was like, what the hell type of friend am I? Just pulling up as soon as he comes, he's already screwed up. Like, he wanted to do everything he could to save him, so. Props to Leorio, man. You did your thing, bro. You did your thing. But let's get to the next episode here. Episode 146. Let's go. All right, episode 146. Yep, that's your pops right there. What's your move? I could see him just walking out the room, bro. Yeah, he don't look like that at all. A scrabbly old beard. Oh. He looked back at him. That's the most he's done for him so far. Chairman and release. Oh my God, he's really just apologizing right away. He doesn't get at all what you're saying, bro. At least he knows Kite is still alive, technically, but just now in the body of a little girl. Little chimera ant girl thing. All right, don't relive all this mental trauma again. He doesn't know how to handle this kid whatsoever. Oh my God, I never seen Gon like this before. This is so awkward. He doesn't know what to do. Yeah, there you go. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Oh my Lord. Dude, they know everything, bro. Everyone's all up in his business, bro. You trash ass father. Man, the crowd is all the viewers, bro. All the viewers of this series, man. Everyone's just like, you bitch. Talk to your son. You take him there. Duh, y'all are not gonna fight him. Yeah, we still got an election going on here. What y'all doing? Well, oh, look at him being a good friend. He's too honest. Look at Cheetle. Yeah, there you go. Did he predict that too? He doesn't know about going like that. And he's voting for Pariston too. All right, at least we're done with all this whole fucking chairman voting bullshit. At least I see you later. Everything he does is going to be criticized when it comes to being a dad. Okay, so there's something about his crazy slots. Okay. So is that... I thought he was still alive because... Huh. Because he became a chimera ant. I thought he just got eaten. And that his consciousness got transferred like all the other people that are chimera ants now with their memories intact. 72.1%. There it is. What? He just played all that for no reason. He's like, no. I'm done with this. I beat y'all. Oh my God, what kind of threat is that? That might have been the one serious thing he said this whole time. They don't want to tell Gon how Killua saved him. They were just respecting your wishes. You said you wanted to become a doctor, bro. You're not necessarily in it for the fighting. Oh, shit. So commands don't require requests. It's literally just like an alternate personality, basically. Just have to keep something locked away so that Aluka can live. Maybe the real way to go about this is just having Aluka be able to control this. Willingly. Because it's not like this is just trying to do what's best for her. This cursed fucking ability, bro. I'm glad that was resolved. Nice little resolution with that absolutely despicable ability. It's making this whole entire thing an absolute nightmare, bro. It's an overpowered ability, and I'm sure Lumi's still going to try his damnedest to get control of it, but hopefully restricting anyone else from making wishes in the first place will be able to alleviate any issues for the most part. Now he believes getting control of Killua will be the key to getting control of Aluka, which is even scarier. So I'm not ready to see that. In other news, I wonder what Goen's reaction would be to seeing the lengths that everybody had to go to in order to get Aluka to him. Because Goto did have to die. And I don't think he's going to like to hear that. I don't think he's going to like hearing that at all. The fact that everybody is just absolutely pissed at this dude Ging was hilarious, bro. Like, you're such a trash father, bro. What are you doing? Just give your son some time. I guess he's not really ready to be a dad. You know, not everyone is, but still, just he could be a little bit more, just a little bit more of a human towards him. It was good advice that I gave him right here. I'll give him that. That was good advice. He kept it stern. He kept it real. He said, "Shut up. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Kite. If Kite ain't dead, go apologize. Say you'll do things differently." Because Kite technically has a second chance in this world, even if it is in the body of a little chimera ant, but still, that's... From what I can remember, all Kite had was a tail anyway, so it's like, whatever. It's not too bad, I don't think, but it's still going to be weird. Kite retaining all his memories and being in that body. That's a good episode. Pariston becoming chairman, just really, I don't know, that makes it feel all for nothing, bro. I guess you get to learn a bit more about Pariston and his whole his motives and all that, and his way of thinking. He's sort of Hisoka in a more professional sense. He's just doing all this for fun. Interesting. It's mostly just an introduction to the Zodiacs and who the main players of the Zodiacs might be. So it's cool to see. But let's get into the next episode here, episode 147. Let's go. All right, episode 147, Salvation and Future. Is this the house where Kite and Colt are? I think Kite was younger than that, though. Kite looked like damn near a baby. A koala bear. A damn koala. Look like Mickey Mouse behind that silhouette, bro. Is this all supposed to explain how Kite managed to reemerge as a chimera ant? Or how anyone has been able to reemerge? Essentially be reincarnated? What is that spiral supposed to be? Is it supposed to be like the barrel of a gun? What type of hell? Just collecting yourself a servant? I'll kill you. I will. That is Kite. Weren't you a baby? What happened? Now this is the confrontation I've been hoping to see. Let's throw some words. I wonder if the memories are retained here. Or how far the memories go. Maybe it'll take a while for Kite to get all the memories back at this point. Could still go either way. Kite just running a confessional booth now? Like, what is this? I guess you get to live. Kinda. Continue on going on. Definitely some strange circumstances, but I mean, better than death, I guess. Especially after being decapitated like that. Whole squad still going strong. Hey, Colt, you know your sister's back at the village. All right. Young koala, get you some resolve. Get you that redemption arc, my boy. Gone once again, just like your name. I'm waiting atop the world tree. Where the hell is that? Yeah, he did say I'll wait for you. Where the hell's the world tree? Where in the world is the world tree? I'm sorry, I had to do it. I had to. It had to be done. My apologies, though. My apologies. That definitely looks like a world tree. Looks more like an upside... Oh my god! Tallest tree in the world. That's nice of them to take a Luca. been trapped in a room this whole time. Finally get to see some crazy shit. Ooh, I wonder if Aluka will be like a sort of main part of their group now. They aren't even listening at this point. They don't care. He's just crying because they wouldn't listen to him. Hey, man, they've been through way worse shit than this, bro. This is the least of their worries. Luca's like, what happened to not being mean anymore? Oh my god, he's so mad about that. Yeah, let's spend an hour explaining her ability. Oh, we won't be able to say goodbye. I don't think this is goodbye. I mean, it could be. But I doubt it. Maybe they'll have a little time skip after this. Training up, getting stronger, seeing the world. After this, Gon will finally get his dream of finding his dad. What kind of... Really holding off this meeting, aren't we? Gon can probably jump up there, bro. That boy got a vertical on him. He'll just hop on up. They're really treating this like a goodbye. This ain't it. This ain't a goodbye, bro. I refuse to believe that. Did they have some idea that the series would have to go on hiatus after this? Well, after episode 148, but still. I wonder. Because they're really treating this like a whole goodbye. Are these the credits? Oh, they're using the OG music. I like this song. It's nice. It's all calm and... I like this song. It's cool. But yeah, it's not goodbye. It's not goodbye. I refuse to believe that. It's not goodbye. Because I know the manga continues, apparently, so it's not goodbye. I'm sure they'll have some type of reunion. Maybe there would be a time skip. Time skip would be cool. Get going a little bit older. Maybe give them like a year. Get some good training in. I don't want them to get too old though, if they have any time skip at all, because it might ruin the dynamic. Or it could feel like a completely different show. Who knows? Yeah, I'm guessing the final episode here would be Gon finally really confronting his father. I mean, he did kind of confront him, but this will be really it. You know what I mean? Like, this is him going somewhere to really, make this meeting happen. This is what his goal was since episode 1, the whole reason why he became a hunter. So I wonder if he'll be able to find a new reason, a new motivation to chase. You know what I mean? I'm sure he will. I mean, it's an anime. They never stop with that, but it'll be interesting to see what their actual confrontation will be like here, and what it will entail. This was interesting. I guess the whole beginning part of this really tried to explore the whole, it's been touched upon, but it was never really, they never really dove deep, or at least this deep, into how, like, the people behind these chimera and transformations must feel. The fact that their consciousness and their memories were able to, fight through this whole entire spiral of changing DNA and speciesism and all this shit. And they somehow managed to retain their humanity. Humanity is a powerful thing. That is indeed. Even in this fictional ass, like, circumstances here, there's still managed to poke its way through, and there's some semblance of human within all of them, which is really cool. All right, and with this episode, we are officially caught up. The Hunter x Hunter anime, episode 148. Lego. Starting with the title in this one. Okay, what you got for me? Back on this whale island. Is that his aunt? Well, You got to learn that the hard way, bro. What it's like to be a hunter. It's not that great. Or at least the type of hunter he's been. I think that was Kite right there. I wonder if he could use his N to sense if Gon is already within like the area near the tree. So I'm sure this man's N is probably extending throughout the whole entire planet. Oh, no opening. All right. Past and future. All right. So what's the journey after this? Are we gonna like just not follow Gon anymore? Because this was his whole like purpose, right? What type of hunter is he gonna be? He's gonna have to find his own path. Man. What a different show this was, huh? That was really an episode out there catching fish. On his little island catching them fish. Saving people falling off that boat. Hunter exam. Man, I really thought the Hunter exam was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. Oh, rest in peace, Goto. Canary's still good, right? Wing-san! Unlocking our N, or Nen, sorry. Punch the hell out of Hisoka. Yeah, when did it all go to shit, bro? When did this change? I think it changed when we met the troop. This show took a dark turn after the troop, bro. This show took a dark turn. Phantom Troop was definitely a turning point. The whole York New City arc. Yeah, this was just like a couple months ago, bro. Sheesh. Sheesh. Oh no, not this again, bro. Oh my lord. Alright, they didn't show going through his devastation. I don't need to see that again. Who asked you? Well, he asked you, but who cares? Oh, hunter license. Yeah. Yeah, what's up? Sign this waiver so you don't get held responsible. No. That's how Ging did it. He finna just run up that shit like he from Naruto. He ain't fall, he jumped. Thanks for the help, but I've been doing this on the daily where I grew up. He is not afraid whatsoever, bro. He's just out there swinging. What is this, Breath of the Wild? Breath of the Wild, but you got no stamina meter. The World Tree. We playing Breath of the Wild, bro. Hell, we playing Spider-Man. It's going straight up. We helping people on the way. What happened to you? He's like, I don't got time to help you right now, buddy. Sorry. Just gonna push your button and be on my way. Well, we got a little... That's convenient. That's really convenient. Little personal mini copter. Got a whole nest up there. It's a nest. You're making the same sounds as Link too whenever he climbs. I guess that's just climbing sounds. That's exactly how Link sounds. Who the... What are you? Is that a bird? Oh, don't fall. Those aren't birds. What is that? Those... Well, I guess those baby birds. They might push you off, bro. Be careful. Why do they sound like that? What the... Meow, 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 meow. What's good, gang? There you go. Finally get to meet your dad after 148 episodes. Acceptable. Oh, you already ate that. Give me a new one. Give me an apple with a bite out of it. I know you got more back there. I'm down with just a conversation between Gon and Ging for the whole episode. That's the whole point of that was the whole point of the show, right? Or at least Gon's journey. What does that mean? It'll be answered on episode 342. Trust me. Tell him to shut up. All right. You have to be trusted and have money. Okay. He really made up his own squad of people just like that. Interesting. Give him a minute. He needs some time to think about stuff. So normal people. They're really passionate about this. He found the One Piece. And some of them were crying. Ooh. What was truly important came to me before what I wanted. The friends and relationships you make along the way. True essence of becoming a hunter. How do you describe the tree? A young sapling. How tall is this shit supposed to be? Oh, okay. So there's a. Jeez. Oh my god. Oh, so you know about that. There's so much more to explore. He wants to explore the unknown. Go past the boundaries set by this world. And find what lies beyond. That's a good goal. It's a goal that'll never end, but it's a good goal. Oh, we got 4. We got 4. Enjoy the little detours. That's been what all this has been so far. All these things so far have just been little side quests. The main journey is out there. Oh shit, is that mama bird? What is that? Caught him a whole whale, bro. What you got on you? Okay. The start of Chimera, like right after Great Island. What's crazy is that's the only scar you have after everything you've been through. They're all going through their whole entire journeys. He's telling him everything, and he's telling him everything. It's a nice little father-son bonding moment. This is all Gon wanted. This is all he's ever wanted. He's gone through so much hell just to have this little time of, happiness and peace. Oh, the music! Oh, shit! Oh, this animation blew up. Hold up. Those birds look crisp. I really like this song. Oh, that's it? That's the episode? Oh, shit. Oh, no, there's definitely more after. All right. I'll watch the credits just because it's the final episode. Sent Auntie a little postcard. Like, I'm still alive. Barely. Definitely almost died, but we still here. All right. They had that bet, bro. He's tight. He's tight, bro. He's tight. Ooh. Got some top shelf. Yeah, let's enjoy this together. That's nice of him, though. That's nice. Share a drink. Damn, Netero really died. That's got to be the saddest one, bro. That's got to be the saddest one. Netero's really gone. Man. Netero's a goat. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Chimera Ant was his arc, bro. Even though he only showed up at the end, that was his arc. That was... Gon versus Patel was absolutely wild, but Netero versus Meruem might have been my favorite fight of this series. For sure. Favorite fight of the series. Actually, let me rank my fights, my favorite fights. Because there are a handful. Oh my god, where is he at? What is he doing? Sitting in the same spot in this suit. What is this? Oh shit, the Scarlet Eyes? What is he doing? Oh, I need that one. I need that arc. That the next Karapika arc? On Goto's grave, gave him some coins. Man. Rest in peace to Goto. Still. That's another really sad. I wasn't expecting him to die like that, bro. That's so unfortunate. What? How? What happened? Oh, it's on some bullshit. Never mind. You're an asshole. You know that? Man, fuck you. And you're going to give me the in credit flashback of those people? I was about to say they pulled a Pell. What in the hell? Bro. Y'all remember Pell from One Piece? Bro got blown up, thought he was dead, and on his grave he just pulled back up. These damn shapeshifters from like episode 2. Oh, that might have been 3. Oh no, they still haven't found their bodies. They're still over there. Aw, Marshall Spy. Holding hands in death. That was still a bittersweet ending to me, bro. Meruem was a demon, but the whole connection to Kamugi was still super sad. What are you doing, bro? Finding all of his maybe that's what he's doing. He's finding all the Scarlet Eyes of his clan that died. That's the thumbnail image right there. That's the thumbnail image. That's the thumbnail image. Wow. I gotta clap it up. What a fantastic. I'm clapping it up like the series is over. This is just the beginning, it seems. That's how they ended it off. So a lot of loose ends. Well, most loose ends tied up here. Now, I do have to say, I think the whole entire Chimera Ant arc was just absolutely, every part of it was sad. Like, now that I think about it, there's not really a character I could really hate in that arc. Everybody really had their own reason to do what they did. I mean, the Chimera Ants are the obvious villains, but still, it was just like, man, oh man, Meruem. I wasn't expecting the switch up on his, like the whole tonal shift on his with his death was, wow. But I don't know, Netero versus Meruem, favorite fight of the series, hands down. Second to that, probably Kurapika and Uvojin. And then after that, it's kind of tough. But those are my top. Netero, Meruem, Kurapika. Actually, I put Gon and Pito. Gon versus Pito above Kurapika and Uvo. Underneath that, it can go anyway. Probably what was the leader of the Phantom Troops name? Lucifler, I think. It was something like that. It was something weird. It was Lucifler or some shit like that. Krollo, whatever. And then versus Killua's dad and grandfather. That was a crazy fight. It was a short fight, but it was still a crazy fight for sure. As far as moments go, favorite moments, Gon punching Hisoka. That was a good one. Didn't they go over that at some point in his little flashback montage? Gon punching Hisoka was such an unexpected moment for me. I really like that part. And after Gon punching Hisoka is definitely my favorite moment. What else was a good moment in this series? I think the volleyball scenes were really good at the end of or towards the end of Greed Island. I don't know. I personally think Greed Island was the weakest arc to me. Not that it was bad. It's just that every other arc was phenomenal in its own way. And I think Greed arc was like the least best. You know what I mean? Every arc was good. I don't think I hated a single episode of this series. And I don't hate a single arc. I think every arc was great, but I think as far as the arcs are so far, at least up until where we're at right now. I think Greed Island would go like, like however many there were, like 5 or 6. Um, and then I would go like, let me think about it real quick. Favorite has to be Chimera, easy. Chimera and Arc. Underneath that, probably York New City arc. I think the Hunter exam arc was just really a nice little introduction to the series, because it wasn't as crazy as anything else that happened, because it was just in the beginning, but it was still very I don't know, it was still very a good foundation to what the series was going to entail. After the exam arc, I'd probably put is the Killua retrieval section considered an arc? Like, is that a Killua retrieval arc? I don't know. If it is, then maybe Greed Island and then that arc, because that was really short. And I don't know if this ending section could be considered an arc too. This little ending part and then that one are kind of like the closest thing to filler this series had. There was nothing really filler. Everything was canon, I'm pretty sure, other than the recap episodes. Now I'm interested to find out about what's going on here. So obviously these are the eyes of the Scarlet Eyes, because his whole clan was killed by the Phantom Troop. And his revenge set out to kill the Phantom Troop. Was very, very devastating, to say the least. But yeah, this was a great series. Great series overall. I'm debating whether to continue it through the manga or just to wait for the anime. I'm not sure, because I don't know if the manga itself is also on hiatus, but I do know there's a bit more of the story in the manga. And if I was to read through the manga, I don't know if I would actually react to it, because I wouldn't know how to set up manga reactions, because apparently manga reactions get hit even harder than anime reactions when it comes to copyright and all that. So I might read the manga, but I'm not entirely sure just yet, just to continue on the story and see what else there is. But yeah, I think that wraps it up for this. I definitely enjoyed this episode. A bit of wrap up and a bit of sort of like achieving his the main point of his entire journey, become a hunter and find his dad. Finally found his dad, and after all the suffering he's gone through, I think he more than deserves just this little chit chat with his father. It's definitely touching to see that they're just sort of going through their own ambitions and journeys, and laughing along the way like that. So it was really really cool to see. Also, I think another thing that I really liked about their interaction, there's a certain way Ging treats Gon that's it's like, I think there's like a mutual respect there. He doesn't treat him like a kid. Like, even though he's a son, obviously cares about him, but he doesn't treat him like he's a kid. Because obviously Gon has done far more than any 12, 13-year-old should be doing. But just the way he speaks to him, like the way he relays his, the way he explains his ambitions and all that, it's sort of just like he's talking to almost like a colleague or something. Not even a colleague, but just like, a friend, I guess. It's weird, but there's something there. There's something there, the way he speaks to it. Maybe that's just the way Ging speaks to people. But I think it's clear that Ging has a level of respect for Gon for going this far. And I don't know if he expected it. Do you think he expected it? Do you think he expected Gon to come this far at such a young age, to be able to do all this and still find him? And well, the way he found him, I guess, is kind of cheating, because Ging had no choice but to pull up. If Chairman Netero never died and Gon still got healed up, and Ging never had to go there, would Gon have been able to? Well, there was that point in Greed Island where he kind of got bamboozled, but he was still able to know what exactly he needed to do with helping out Kite and all that after He was able to finish up Greed Island. So I don't know. I don't know if he would like. I guess this still counts. Is what I'm trying to say. I guess it still counts the way he found him. It was a meeting of pure coincidence. But we'll have to see if there's anything further after this meeting. Like, I want to know how he feels about because the world tree, climbing the world tree wasn't. I mean, as crazy as it wasn't exactly the toughest thing for him. He said it took him 20 minutes. He was like, all right, it's cool. That's cool. It's acceptable. Ging's backstory is also interesting. I know that he's what they call it, what type of hunter is he? For doing our archaeology and all that. So his main directive isn't combat. Is it obviously all hunters have to be combat ready. But his prized possession is exploration, I guess. Because even past all these I can't say it. I can't say that. Archaeological findings with the tombs and all that. He still wants to explore beyond what they have, right? He wants to go into this whole, like, the analogy that he used with the world tree. It's just a sapling that's hardly grown its full height. The full world tree is able to go past the bounds of the world, and sort of connecting that back to the chimera ants being outside of this world. So this is where we at right here. This is like the safe zone, right? That he wants to go here. So so the bounds of the map that's currently given, because I remember in the original intro there is, they had a weird look of all like those like creatures and stuff like that prior with the map. Where's the shot that they had of the map? Because there's something that he said there that was important. Okay, I think it was definitely past this. Where was it at? He was explaining the world tree, and then he went into, like, let me see if I can find it here. But his goal is just like exploration and discovering new things. And with that, of course, has to come being able to fight. But this is Hunter x Hunter, and like, even though the fighting and abilities are very in-depth, complex, and well done, it still doesn't feel like the main purpose of what they do when it comes to becoming a hunter. It's like, sure, you have to fight, but there's so much more to becoming a hunter than just being the strongest. Yeah, here we go. So this world map is confined to what they know and what they're allowed to know, I guess. But seeing as how the chimera ants came about, like, where did we know that chimera ants were created because the queen was eating those different species and able to give birth to whatever. But maybe yeah, okay, so this is where they're at right now, and then this is beyond what they're like allowed to go to, right? They're not allowed to go out here. So what's out here is Ging's thing. Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that, bro? Like, you need to find out. Got a giant chocobo over here. Got a whole Loch Ness monster. There's another little island. So yeah, there's literally a whole other world to explore. That's crazy. They're just confined to this little safe spot, but there is so much more to do here. There are records showing that a chosen few from a select time and place were able to make it outside. So is this sort of like their new world right here? This is like their world beyond, and then this, like, whole idea of exploration. It's cool. It's cool for sure. So seeing as how they introduce this now, I feel like, there's so much more for them to do now. And is this like hinting towards there being like creatures and stuff that can go beyond what the chimera ants were capable of? Because the chimera ants were capable of a lot, especially the king, considering how he was able to gather that much nen. But the king was just all out, raw power. So maybe there's some different shit out here, bro. I don't like it. There's like a little city right here. What is this? There's a little town right there. There's a little village over here. Like, there's stuff. There's definitely stuff. Wow. So their world is pretty sheltered. Definitely want to explore more of that. Well, it seems like this is only the beginning for Hunter x Hunter. I can't wait to get into more of what this whole series has to offer. But we're going to be stopping here as far as the anime hiatus goes. Now, if the anime ever decides to return, we are definitely picking this series back up right away. But that does it for Hunter x Hunter as of right now. We're officially caught up with the anime. And that does it for a series after this, unless Hunter x Hunter decides to come back. No more Hunter x Hunter. I might do like, considering what they've given here, it might be enough for like some theory videos or some shit. But we'll have to see what I decide to do with the manga, because I don't know if I'm gonna read it just yet, but we'll have to see. But that is it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this series just as much as I did. Hopefully we continue it in the foreseeable future, and I hope y'all will join me for anime that we do in the future. That does it for this one. Peace.